Hi teachers, welcome to Worldchat Live Education, the new tutorial videos of our new version. Excited to walk you through the steps, so I'm going to start sharing my screen here. So the first thing you can do is you go to Worldchat Live, so worldchat.live, and then you get onto our landing page. If you don't have an account, then click on sign up here, and then select I am a teacher, continue, and fill in the information. If you already have an account, then just log in, and then you'll be taken to your dashboard. If you don't have a classroom yet, then just click on Create New Classroom. Give it a title. It could be, for example, a class you have with Poland. Give it a group or section name, and then select your discipline. You can pick more than one. Simply click here. So I'm going to select languages. Make your classroom public if you're ready to have it matched. Otherwise, make it disabled, which means that you can set everything up, but it will be um, other teachers are not going to be able to see it to match it yet. So I'm going to make mine public. And then the type of project here, you can have it for marks or voluntary participation. This is going to be very relevant when you're looking for a match, because students that do the work for marks usually will be very thorough in their work, and so you want to match students that do the project for marks with students that do it for marks as well. And voluntary participation, so students that do it for fun with students that do it for fun. The academic level is basically the age group, and then your number of students doesn't have to be set in stone. It's just an approximate here, and the project type will be for marks. Here we go. And then selecting the language here, I'm going to pick English. And you can allow students to learn more about netiquette rules. You can click here to see the videos. Basically, if you tick this box, students will see netiquette videos just to raise awareness as to what is acceptable and not online. Then for the target level, you have two choices. So either you allow your students to determine their own level. So they're going to see videos for each level. You can preview the videos here, or you select the level. After that, you've got a class wall. So you decide if you want students to post on the class wall or not. And you can also automatically pre-approve all their posts. If you don't do that, then you will have to approve each post individually. After that, you select your start date and your end date. And in this case, we're going to see what type of matching fits best. If it's class to class, this means that your class is going to be matched with another class. Usually you can go through me to find a partner class. If it's random matching, then in that case, you select the parameters of your class, so the level, age group, target language, and so forth. But then your students will go online and they will see who's available within those parameters, who's available to chat when they log in. So it could be any partner from any country that is at the same level within the same criteria. Whereas with class to class, usually the students are going to have the same partner, or you can dissolve the matches, rematch, dissolve the matches, rematch, but it's usually within the same class to class match. So I'm going to pick this one here, and then agree to the terms and conditions. In terms of student access, we're a platform with running fees, and so any contribution is more than accepted and welcome because of the nature of the video chat, of the recordings, storage space, server space, programming, and so forth. We've got continuous running expenses. However, we understand that some students or schools or teachers may not have the means to pay the full price. And so what we usually do, you're enrolling 11 students, it's $25 each. So this is the total that you would have to pay. If you're able to pay that amount, thank you so much. If you are not, then you can request social credits. And so in that case, when we request social credits, your class will automatically be granted credits once we review your application. If you ask that we invoice your school, then you have to confirm the information here, and then your school will be invoiced. You can put your own email address if you'd like. If you click invoice students, then the students will be invoiced. They will not be able to have their first video chat until they have paid the $25 fees. And even there, they can choose to request social credits to get free access or to make a donation. So it's up to you what you would like there. The student domain allowed for sign-in is basically something you can enable if you only want students from your institutional address to be able to sign in, for example, at harvard.edu. Otherwise, you disable that. And classroom collaborators, this is a great feature. You can enable this, which means that, and this is only for verified teachers. So they have to have applied to Worldchat Live, have met with me, and then they will be verified. And then you can add their email address here. So they can also be collaborators on a specific classroom, meaning that they can view the recordings, they can leave feedback, they can help with matching, planning, and so forth. So this is also a great feature that we have. All right, and once you're done, you create your class and you're in. So for your class, there are a couple of features I want to show you here, but we'll do it very quickly. Your class code is here. So the class code is what you can share with your students. You can copy paste this, and then this is how they're going to be able to sign up. This here confirms that this is a class-to-class match, and then you've got some shortcuts at the bottom that you can explore. Clicking on the class folder, it takes you to this main page here, where you've got your calendar and you see when students are meeting, when they have a scheduled meeting. And then if you see one, then you can click on that and then you can join at the time of the meeting. You can join a meeting if you'd like. If students are having conversations, if there are conversations in progress, you can see them here and join as well. You've got some information about who's meeting this month and who's messaging. You can even send reminders to inactive students. And attention required is something that you can enable or disable. Just click on the notification settings so that you'll know when students are maybe late in doing certain things, because this is based on the deadlines that you are setting. At the top, we see the name of the partner teacher, whom you can see their profile, message, or call. And then here again, your class code is available if you want to copy this for your students. You can also click on invite students, and there's a ready to copy invitation that you can send them by email, messenger, and so forth, which includes your class code and the link to sign up, as well as a link for the tutorial video. So you can simply copy that and send it to your students. When you're ready to get started with your class, first of all, you want to plan. So you can add questions. So just click on the top right corner and click on New Topic. You can either browse public discussion topics or import from your previous classes. If you click on Create, then give it a topic name, set a due date here, and then after that, you can add instructions for students or not. And you can use our Worldchat Live sample questions or add new questions. And then it can be displayed as a regular list or as a wheel of questions. You can preview the questions here. This is the wheel of questions. And then you can also enable the portfolio question. So this is at the end of the meeting. Students will see it pop up, and then you can ask, for example, a self-rated question. How well did you prepare for this meeting? And also a short answer question. For example, what did you learn? What did you find exciting? What did you find more challenging? And so forth. And you can add more questions here. And then the display of those can be for only your class or your class and the partner class, or for all the Worldchat Live teachers community. So basically, do you want to make your questions public for everybody to be able to import them? Or do you want to just make it for your class? Or do you want your partner teacher to also be able to use these questions with their students? So here, I'm going to use the Worldchat Live sample questions. I'll select everything, and it's per topic. And then go back here so you see the questions are already here. So we're going to create our topic here. Oh, and the display, I'm sorry, will be for my class. Beautiful. So then you see the questions here for education are available. And when we click here, we see them. Now, going to the matching, it's called class-to-class student matching here. The students that you can match will appear here. So your classroom is here and the partner teacher's class is here. So you simply click on the student name and another name here and click on match, and then they will appear in the pending section where you can accept all or your partner teacher can. And then after that, they will appear in the approved section. So then you can unmatch a group, you can add a student to that group. It's really up to you how you want to set it up. After that, the students are all set, they're matched, they've got their discussion questions and their portfolio questions. You can explore more options, including our class wall, but this I would let you explore a little bit so that you can take your time with that. When the students are having their meetings, you can quickly see under analytics, last student login and some information about the class. If you want more individual information, you can go under students. Now for each student, you're going to see the student name, who's their partner, how many meetings they've had, and then the duration of the meeting. And you can click on the recording icon here, which will take you to the recording. You can see the questions they've completed. Click on that, you'll see the questions they've completed. Same with the portfolio and the messages sent. So you have access, this is your dashboard, you have access to everything. You can quickly see a student profile by clicking here, and it gives you a bit of information. You can delete their account on the top right corner here. And then if you want to see what they see, click on student view and it takes you to their account. So if there's some troubleshooting that needs to happen, that's where you can do that. Another interesting point is that when you click on view profile, you can get to extra statistics. And this is where you can change the name, you can edit their name, edit their email address, edit their password if we have some issues with an inappropriate name or a typo in the email address or a forgotten password. So you can do that there. And then under analytics, you can also view per category the different items, including recordings, message logs, and so forth. So you can see what the students are writing to each other. If there's anything inappropriate, then of course, let us know. We have a zero tolerance policy on the website. Same with the portfolio entries. You can always view the portfolio entries here. Under recordings, you can also leave feedback for students. And so when you see a recording, let's say this one lasted 31 minutes, the students were talking. If I scroll down here, I can leave comments for my students. So I could write to Iman and then leave a message for her. I can also leave audio feedback. So by doing this, I can record feedback, help with pronunciation and so forth, and send this here as well. So your students are going to be notified when they have feedback from you, which is also very good for them to know that you've left them some feedback. The total number of conversations you're going to see per student, but once again, you can always go to your students' dashboard here where all the information is available. If you need to change anything for your profile information, you can go here and you can also add a little introductory video if you would like to introduce yourself to other teachers. Live pairings is a great and exciting feature that we have where you can, for a period of time, match students in a select number of groups, select number of students per group for a limited amount of time. For example, 5 students per group and they talk for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, the groups dissolve and then new groups are formed and so forth. So you can choose to launch the existing groups, launch random groups, or match groups manually. If you launch existing groups, it's really basically the groups that you have already matched here, right, in your regular matching. If you choose to do launch random groups, then the system will ask you, at this point there are no students available to match, but it will ask you how many students per group, how long you want the conversations to go, and how many rounds, and how much buffer time. Buffer time meaning between the meetings that they have. And then matching groups manually would be that you're going to choose who's matched with whom, and you automatically end the conversations after X amount of time. So this is also a fun feature to explore if you've got 2 classes matched together and you want the students to be able to talk with different people every 5 or 10 or 15 minutes over a period of, let's say, an hour or 2 hours. So this is, in a very simple nutshell, what the new version looks like and what it does. As for random matching, I'll be giving more information once that's finalized. So I'm wishing everybody a fantastic time with the new version of Worldchat Live. Do not hesitate if you have any questions. Also, great news, exciting news, is that we're going to have our brand new app that is going to be developed and that is going to be available very, very soon. It should be by the end of July, beginning of August, so that students get notified in real time when they have a message, when they have a meeting coming up, and also when there's someone for them to chat with online. And so when they have teacher feedback and so forth. So you're going to be able to use that as well. Don't hesitate if you have any questions, and wishing everybody a pleasant day. Thank you. Cheers.